been 5 months since we've been doing these Teague Talks. I didn't think they'd last 5 weeks. Thank you for watching. Thank you to our incredible speakers. I love our industry. This week we put together some of our favorite moments from the past Teague Talks that I think you're going to enjoy. And we will continue to do this as long as you continue to watch and as long as my team doesn't kill me. I know life has changed for you every day. But how's the world you're living in now? I'm sure you're doing conference calls.
Teague, this is the first Zoom call I've ever done in COVID. I'm just learning how this technology works. I'm kidding, of course. Teague asked me if I would do this, and I said, not one more podcast or Zoom call. No, I'm kidding. I'm happy to do it. I miss you, and I've seen a few people in the industry. Honestly, I haven't seen many, and like you, I'm sure, and those that hopefully have a few people watching here. I think we picked hospitality for a reason, and that is we're hospitable people. I like people. I genuinely like getting out, seeing our people, seeing our owners, seeing others like you in the industry, doing the conferences, including, of course, Hunter, one of my favorites. And
tell me how life is. Tell me how the work is. Tell me how your hotels are. Let's talk a little defense, then let's talk a little offense.
Sure. Well, I think the thing that's the most important that we can always say to each other is to make sure that everybody that we love and care about are safe and well. It's interesting, but that really is the most important thing that I think we can all ask of one another. So fortunately, everyone in our household and all those that we care about and folks on the team at Noble. We're all well. I think we've gotten all used to how to communicate on a daily basis, much like we're doing right here. And, this is a new technology. It's been around for a while, but it feels like we've all become very adept at using it and seeing each other's faces and communicating this way. But I will say that kind of in how we're all wired, while this suffices in the interim, there is nothing like, being side by side in the trenches, with your team and having that frenetic energy take place. So I am looking forward to, at the appropriate time, for that to take place.
There's some transient business out there, not just COVID related, but not a lot.
What comes back first?
Leisure comes back first. People are dying to get out of their basement and their house. I mean, I will never take a business lunch for granted again.
How many you have? I'm making 63 hotels right now. How many will you have a year from now?
More. Yeah. We'll have more hotels.
I bet you will.
Yeah.
I know our industry was hit hard with furloughs and property closures, but within that, there are some amazing stories by incredible people in our industry that we want to highlight. So, for some good news, I know I said good news, and no, I am not John Trzynski, although I may have an looks category. Anyway, let's get into it.
My father bought a Scottish Inn in Cleveland, Tennessee, and we upgraded it to an Econo Lodge. And again, I find myself helping out in the family business. And because I grew up in the business, that's the last thing I want to do is pursue that as a career. And I went on to college to become an engineer. And I'll be very, very simple with that. My parents said, you better be a doctor, lawyer, and engineer, or you won't get a good girl.
And you got to get through crap together, right? Yeah. So, and you got to enjoy the good times together. So we keep that philosophy in the back of our mind. Now is not the time to start thinking of any type of divorce or anything like that. Like, now's the time to come together and really, be there for each other. And as Matt said, communicate. I tell people, if you don't communicate, that scares me. And same thing happens in any husband and wife relationship too. So I think that's the most good analogy I can give.
So Shield's trying not to get a divorce. I like it. It's not. How does this compare to what you're seeing?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Sushil for the therapy session. I won't have to go to see my therapist.
That is
really thankful. Hey, if it's cheaper, let's just do this every week. It's a lot cheaper for me to do that.
I mean, I love it. Although it reminds me of the unofficial peak of the industry.
Did I call it? Did I call it? This is we are going to when we get the idea of having a big party at ALIS in 10 years, just know that it will mark the peak.
Yeah, you're 2 for 2, aren't you?
2 for 2.
Yeah, we crushed the first one and the Sky
Bar. Yeah.
Sky Bar. Thank you.
Yeah.
And we destroyed this last good run at Alice.
Yeah. Next year it's going to be a potluck.
That's impressive.
Yours.
Pardon?
From our house to yours.
I love it. And the Hunter team was paying attention. So, not sure.
There you go. You just need to come to Spartanburg and we'll give you a personal lesson.
I'm in. I'm drinking mine. I got a sprig in here too. I'm drinking mine, Corey.
Okay, Team T, you could take this.
Let's go, Chase.
Finish the lyric. Not zucchini, fettuccine, or bulgur wheat, but a blank.
Cheeseburger in paradise.
Big warm bun and a huge chunk of meat.
That's it. That's it.
Well,
That's it. Close enough.
technically a hunk of meat, not chunk. But
Close
I'll give
enough.
it, yeah.
Close enough,
As
Judge.
his, as
As
his
his opponent, I'll let that slide. Pretty impressive.
All right, Team Teague, you win. So
Scores.
David and Evan, since you're not here, David, you're the one that gets to do the flambongo.
Bongo.
All right. 5 o'clock at the Hunter Hotel's office. Cheers.